guys, welcome back to the WODDoc Project 365, episode 660. Today what we're doing is evaluating those people that tend to come out of the hole with a twist, with the weight over top of their head, right? So it's either when they come into a snatch pattern, right? Or if they're already in overhead squat and they come out and they're twisting from one side to the other. So to do this, what we're using today, now there's many different ways in which we can evaluate this, but we're using a lunge to evaluate these twisting patterns to see if we can find a dominance or an asymmetry between left rotation and right rotation. And the reason why we use a lunge is because a lunge basically simulates and loads or simulates and preloads the body in a rotation pattern. And let me show you what I mean. If my hips are square and I twist myself to the left, basically my hips are relatively open to the right and my chest is open to the left, okay? If I was to go ahead and I was to step forward with my left leg, okay, my hips are open to the right and my torso is basically turned to the left, right? So having my left leg forward is the same thing as turning myself to the left. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Let's try it on the right-hand side. If I was to take my right leg forward, my hips are open to the right, okay, my chest is square, so it's basically loading me into a right rotation pattern. If I bring my hips square and I turn my torso to the right, again, I have a very similar type of setup in my body. So we can use our torso, or we can take advantage of this lunge mechanics to load ourselves into rotation and to test and hopefully use that evaluation as also a training method, okay? So what we're gonna use is a weak-sided lunge. What I mean by that is typically when we hold one weight and we do a lunge pattern, okay, we hold the weight on the side in which we're lunging forward. That becomes our support leg. But that's not what's gonna happen today. But we're gonna use the weak-sided lunge. So we're gonna take if we're holding the weight in our right, we're gonna take the contralateral leg, so in this case, our left leg, and come on up and we're gonna test that. Okay, left weight is on the left side. I'm going to bring the right leg and go ahead and test that. Now before anybody rips apart my lunge patterns, I want you guys just to be looking at two big things here. It doesn't matter what weight you use. You're simply bringing yourself up to a weight in which is a little bit uncomfortable, okay? Whatever that is for you. And you're looking for two things, effort level and also gross asymmetries. If one side is completely easy, all right, if they both look good and one side is completely easy and the other side is super difficult, then what we want to be able to do is create a loading design, right, in which we train 2-to-1 on the side that is the weakest, right? If one side looks atrocious and the other side looks perfect, although they're both difficult, you're going to take the side that looks atrocious and you're going to start working on that. So it's basically like building an asymmetrical workout program, right? So again, that's 2-to-1, bad side versus good side, okay? And we typically do 5 sets, 8 reps. Use this as a warm-up, okay? Because these aren't super challenging exercises, and we can use them to open up and start stabilizing the hips before our workout routines, okay? Chances are that the side that you're loading towards when you come up out of that hole, right, if I'm twisting to the left, is gonna be the dominant side. It's gonna be the side that seems super easy, okay? So if I'm twisting to the left, most likely when I bring my right leg forward and do that lunge, that's gonna be the side that might be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more difficult. So that's gonna be the side in which we're gonna work on the hardest, okay? Try to get that side a little bit stronger. But let's see how it works out for you guys. I hope it does help, and I hope it gets you to doing a little bit better squatting patterns, a little bit overhead squatting patterns, a little bit better snatching patterns coming out of the hole. Okay? Guys, I hope this helps you out, and until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.